Okay, so friends are having kids, and I wanted to make some clothes. Personally, I don't have a baby, but I have worked with kids. I have worked with infants as well. But fun fact about me: snaps are okay, buttons are not fun. Zippers depends, but I just feel like Velcro would be easier. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Sewmas, where I'm doing 12 days of holiday DIYs and sewing projects. In today's Sewmas video, I have another gift. I have friends who are having babies or who have had babies, and I'm making some baby clothes and a toddler poncho. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, follow me on my social medias, and let's get into it. Okay, in this Somas video, we have some more actual gifts that I will be gifting to people, and I'm going to be making some baby clothes. Okay, so friends are having kids, and I wanted to make some clothes as a Christmas gift. One set is actually going to be for a toddler, but I have these patterns. So for the baby one, there's all of this. I'm thinking of doing D and E. D is a shirt, E is a diaper cover. Both people having kids will have them in winter, like next year winter. So I don't know. The I think A and B are both sleep related, I think, and I don't really want to do that, especially with the fabric that I'm using. The fabric that I'm using, which is actually a thrifted bed sheet, and I got the pillowcase. I love the fabric, and I thought it would be great for both genders. Not that it like matters, like boys can wear pink stuff, girls can wear blue stuff, but I will show that soon. But I thought it was so cute, and it was really soft, and I got a matching pillowcase, so it's like even more. I think A and B are sleep related. I don't have a baby, obviously. And I don't know. I guess I just didn't know if I wanted to make something like that. If I just feel like that might like a little sleep sack. I think that's kind of what it is. Is a little more personal, so I didn't want to make something like that and not know if it would get much use. So I'm thinking D and E. I also like C, which is like the footsie pajama, but I think you could take a baby out in it anyways. I don't know. Those are what I'm thinking. I will say I do also like the idea of the bib and the foot covers because I feel like those are lesser, like less gifted items. Maybe not. I don't know. The blanket is also kind of cute, but I feel like that's also kind of personal. That with what the fabric I'm using, I don't know if it's really worthwhile. So anyways, I'm gonna cut out these pieces and I'll see from there what I want to make and for which future baby. But that's one. And then the other is this poncho. Now I must say, the toddler that I am making this for, this is probably going to be way too big. It's my boyfriend's niece and she's little and this is for kids. This isn't really for toddlers. And I did get a different pattern that's like a hoodie, but the baby or the toddler on that cover, I was like, that toddler looks younger than who I'm making this for. And what I really liked about this, I like the options, and I don't know, I just feel like poncho is fun, especially when you're younger. So I'm still gonna do it. The fabric that I'm thinking about though is a little light, so I'm gonna double line it so it can be a little heavier. And my thought right now is E because it feels a little like fashion forward. It feels a little fashion forward. I don't know. I like the other options. I don't really want to do a zipper, but then I have so many zippers that I'm like I could do a zipper. But I don't know. I think just the little neck part on E feels kind of fun. So I'm gonna cut this out as well. I'm also thinking for both of them, they come in extra small. I think one is extra small through small? I don't know. It says, yeah, whatever. The other one is extra small, XX small to large. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to just cut the biggest size because I don't want to cut to specific sizes, especially if I ever want to make other things. And I'm gonna cut this largest size. I think that'll make it harder when I am cutting out the pieces. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that if I want to try to trace or whatever. But I just wanted to keep all size options available, especially with going forward. So I'm gonna get ready and cut these out, and then I will start cutting out the pattern pieces. Okay, I lied about a few things. C is also sleepwear for babies. And I'm gonna do D and E. If I have time, I might do H and I, and or I. We will see. But I really just wanted kind of like a matching outfit, and the material that I have is not. I don't want to do sleepwear, but also it's not really like sleepwear-esque. I said I was gonna do XX small and extra small, and I don't know if I said the sizes for those. The weight of a double X small is 0 to 7 pounds, and an extra small is 8 to 12, and then for the rest of them, small is 13 to 17, medium is 18 to 21, and large is 22 to 25. I wanted to do the double X, but I had to trace the pattern, which I showed, onto other paper with just, like all the things. And I just didn't want to have to trace both the extra small and the 2X small. So I'm just going to do small, and babies grow fast anyways. So it'll be okay, even if it is something that's just used in later months. I also just felt like small was a little big because I did want these to be more so newborn clothes. So yeah. My mom, when I was showing her what was on the pattern, she really liked the mittens because she was like, oh, so they don't scratch themselves. Because I guess, if I had to take a guess, I don't know exactly for sure. I know you have to cut baby's nails, but our nails are very sharp. And I think us as like people with fully formed brains that are like conscious of things, ideally don't, when we scratch ourselves, our brain knows to not like use the force needed to like break skin or anything. So I'm assuming that because babies most likely don't have that, that's my assumption, it is easy if their nails aren't cut or trimmed to probably scratch themselves. And so my mom was like, oh my gosh, mittens. So if I get around to it, I might do mittens as well. And also a little anecdote. One time, recently, a few months ago, I accidentally scratched myself without thinking. It's like my finger ran against my forearm, and then I looked down and I broke skin and I was bleeding. I used to have a scar, but it's like mostly gone now because it was there for a long time. So I think that one would be a nice touch. If I can, we'll see. I just want to focus first though on the diaper cover and the top. So I'm going to start cutting out the fabric and then sew. Also, I'm going to go by the instructions, but what I'm thinking right now with the instructions is that I'm probably going to do just like a rough, I read through them once instead of like step by step I'm looking at the instructions. So we'll see. I think they should be relatively straightforward, but we'll see. Okay, I have the pieces for the shirts cut, and for the diaper covers. The rough instructions for the shirt are, or roughly what I'm gonna do, sew the shoulder seams to the front shoulder seams to the back, sew the sleeve, hem the sleeve. They say to hem the sleeve before you sew it on. I just wanted to do it after, just in case if there's any like extra or if it's like longer or whatever. So hem the sleeve, sew the side seams, and then sew the facing. There's a self facing on like the front piece there, and then there's like a separate back neck facing. Sew those together and then flip, I think, stitch down and hem, and then add snaps. And I'm probably gonna do, I have some open teeth snaps. I've never used them before, but they come with a little, I mean, most things, most like notion, not just notions, but I can't think of the word for things like buttons and snaps and, you know, like grommets and stuff. But like those, a lot of them, the kits that you buy in store will have like the like thing to install it. So I think I'm gonna use that. Also for the diaper cover, it says to use snap tape. One, I don't have that, but two, I wanted to use Velcro because I just felt like that'd be easier, and I feel like sturdy Velcro is good. Because I don't know, personally, I'm a baby, but I have worked with kids. I have worked with infants as well. But fun fact about me. But I feel like, and I've also feel like I've seen people say sometimes that like snaps are okay, buttons are not fun. Zippers depends, but I just feel like Velcro would be easier. I don't know. If you're a parent and like there's any choices that I'm making that like you disagree with, I'd love to know, because if I do make stuff in the future, I would just like to know like what, I mean, like I'll obviously get that input from the people that I'm giving it to, but I just felt like Velcro would be easier for the diaper cover, so it's like easy to take on and off instead of like if you're taking it off and then you have to put it back on and you have to snap each one in place. So yeah, I don't have it. I also feel like Velcro is gonna be easier, but I will get to the diaper cover when I get there. So I'm gonna start sewing the shirts, and then afterwards I will sew the diaper cover. Okay, I finished the tops. I have some thoughts. Um, for the neck, finishing the neck, they had the front pattern like jutted out some, and then there was a back neck facing, and you attach that and you sew it to the right side, you flip it and you hem, and I think, or like fold it up for the hem and then like top stitch it. That was such a bad idea. I did not like follow the instructions like closely, but I think I roughly did what they were saying to do. And oh wait, I also have one of them right here, or well, both of them. So trying to, well, I don't want to show the whole thing, but it doesn't really matter. But so yeah, like I folded up and I have that like stitch going around the whole thing. The reason why I say that's a bad idea, it's a circle. And as if you've ever made a circle skirt, you know it's very hard to hem a circle. And it was not as neat as I would have loved. And I was kind of like, I feel like this just wasn't a good idea, especially because like I feel like you wouldn't really want like that much like extra bunchiness with it being a baby wearing it. So I don't know. If I were to do it again, I would either just use bias tape or do a binding where you like sew, like cut out a rectangle, sew to one side, flip it over. Um, yeah, that was not fun. I did open ring snaps and it took me a little bit to figure that out. But now I'm going to do the diaper cover and I'm not going to follow the instructions at all this time. There's a reason why. Their instructions are so wrong sides together. Use a bias tape, leave some opening to weave elastic through, and then do snap tape. And I already said I'm going to do Velcro instead of snaps. Or snap tape because I don't have snap tape. But what I'm going to do is fold or sew right sides together, leave an opening. I'll probably serge my edges, sew elastic into the seam allowance, flip it inside out, and then do the Velcro. And I'm assuming that they do the bias tape, one probably for like decor, but two for I guess like so sometimes like when you like fold like sew two things together like top stitching or under stitching, it's kind of good to keep things in place, and so it might be partially because of that, but I'm like I would rather just kind of press it and stitch anywhere else if needed, because I think it just would be a lot easier than like doing the whole bias tape thing. Like I don't know, this is a hot take and I made some mistakes. I made some small mistakes on the tops, so hopefully the people getting these don't watch this video. But they're not like anything that's like super egregious or anything, but it's not like my best sewing, and it's hard because it's so small and I've never sewn anything like this small before. But part of me is like, they're gonna like the babies will grow out of this in a few months. That I want to make it and I want to gift it to them, but I'm like, does it have to be like super perfect if in a few months they're gonna be too big? So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to do like the whole bias tape thing and stuff for the diaper cover that also might be covered at some point in poop when I could like there's like maybe easier way. So I don't know, I'm gonna try my way and I guess I will see if I think it's mine or not. So I'm gonna start sewing that and then yeah. Okay, I cut out the pieces for the poncho. I think I lied and I didn't say what I lied about for this one. I was gonna do an extra small because the toddler that I'm making it for is like really little, but I think it's just easier to do a small. So I'm because I don't want to have to trace the whole pattern, and I kind of figured it'll be something that she'll grow into, and then also with it being a little bigger, it'll have like more of a lifespan for her. So yeah, there's one piece of the instructions that I don't really understand, and it's like this little interfacing part, and I think it's so you can tie like ribbon through the collar to like scrunch it. I'm not gonna do that because also I just kind of wanted to gather it just so it's like easy and it's not, I don't know, just so it just is. One other thing, I kind of underestimated, I think I had like 2-ish yards of fabric. In wanting to line it with itself, since the fabric is pretty thin, I definitely underestimated how much I needed. So I didn't have enough to cut out 2 of the collar, which is fine. Like they don't say to cut out 2. And like, I don't know. I wish I had enough, but then part of me is like, it does add extra bulk, and this is going to be more of like a lightweight, but still like chilly type thing. I don't know. But with that, I I mean, I'll probably just hem the bottom of it instead of trying to line it with itself, but I did have enough to be able to line the whole thing with itself, which I am happy about. So I'm going to start sewing. The first thing is to sew on the pocket. I also have an idea. I'll see if I want to do it, but I thought about using a decorative stitch to sew down like the top and bottom of the pocket because I just thought that'd be like a cute touch. So we shall see. But then after that, I'm going to sew everything else, minus the interfacing part that they said. And yeah. Okay, I did a decorative stitching for the pocket. I was gonna do it for the hem of the collar since I don't have enough to fold it or to like do 2 layers. It was a not fun time. um this is the stitch I use, kind of this like flowery stitch, and I liked it because it felt kind of whimsical. Like on the parts that were like folded like over another fold, the machine just was not going, and at one point the bobbin just messed up and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I don't know why I didn't think about this, but decorative stitches take like a really long time. Just like generally, like I don't know, I mean the machine, like the needle's going back and like sometimes like going back to be able to like form the design. And so I was like, if I do the hem of the cowl, it's probably gonna like actually be 30 minutes of just sitting at the machine going. And I was like, I don't really want to do that. So, and then also because I'm like, if the hem is folded up twice, then that's gonna be a lot. And if it's folded up once with a serge, then there's thread that could be picked up. So I was like, I'm just not gonna do that. I also made an executive decision for the collar, which is I'm not gonna gather it or do the tunnel or anything. I'm just gonna have it lay on top so it can be like an extra layer that, you know, there's like the decorative or whatever, the stylistic choice of like it's not just plain poncho. Either way, I don't know. Also, it is heavy, like physically heavy. And I like when I flipped it inside out, because I connected the lining to the bottom and I folded that under and I pressed it and I top stitched it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so heavy. Like I'm just kind of surprised with how thin the fabric is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sew around the neckline first just to hold the lining in place, and then afterwards I might hem the collar first, and I'm either gonna do a double fold if it feels doable, and if not, I'm just gonna serge and fold it once, and then afterwards I will sew. Oh, the way I'm gonna attach it though, I'm gonna sew wrong sides together and then flip it and either press or top stitch or understitch. We'll see, whichever one I am feeling at that point in time. But after that, it'll be done. Thanks for watching. I really hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on my social medias. I like how these turned out. They're actually a little more challenging than I thought in some ways. Like my mom was saying baby clothes are hard because they're so small, and it makes sense, but I never really thought about that. um, and yeah, but I'm so excited to gift them to my friends, and I hope they like them and that I get to see little baby pictures in their sets, and I hope to make some more baby clothes soon. If you made it this far, comment down below which one you liked more, either the baby top and diaper cover set or the toddler poncho, and stay tuned for the rest of Sewmas. Until next time, bye guys.